Okay. Okay. Sam is just so excited to get going here. Okay, folks, we are back at the North-Pasture. Haying season is pretty much finished. Missing in action, a little bit MIA. It's a busy time of the year for all the farmers and anybody that's got livestock. Got to get that feed in, and you only have a certain amount of time to do it, right? You got a window, and in that window, if the weather's bad, it's risky, right? Once that hay is dry, you got to get it in the bales and off the field. That's what I've been doing. We're pretty much good to go for the winter. I do have a couple more loads that I'll get before the season's over. We're back on the journey, right? As you can see, we're looking at the North-Pasture that's behind me. They've been busy. It's quietened down a little bit since the last time. And for those that have watched my previous videos on the North-Pasture, they were a little bit upset over the road crew cutting trees, and the road crew destroyed two of the structures that are up in here along that road allowance, right? And you could see those structures very plainly from the road. I don't believe they had a clue what they were. I've seen people stand right under a structure or walk right underneath or right around one, and they're clueless to what they're near. If you don't believe in Bigfoot, those mean nothing to you. For those of us that are familiar with their behaviors and the things they make and what have you, you can see them from a long ways away. And of course, go and look, right? Don't just make assumptions that it's a Bigfoot structure because it's an arch, or it looks like an X and oh yeah, that's a Bigfoot. Go look. Do the investigative research. Make sure it is what you say it is. I haven't heard anything back in here yet, just magpies, and they've been very noisy, and same with the starlings. The babies are out of the nest, right? So it's kind of been very loud with all the birds. Okay, first, yes, hang on, give me a minute. All right, so everybody's familiar with these structures here at the corner of the yard. They build these all over the property. Okay, and screen center, that's the main road that runs on the eastern side of our property. Do you see that tree laying there right behind Sam? This little cut through the trees here where Sam's laying, that wasn't there before that road crew was here. It wasn't open like this. And there was a couple of bigger trees right on the other side of Sam. They cut them down and blocked it up, and some of it, I got it piled right here. There, but it was from two trees that were pretty much sitting where they were growing, where Sammy is. Cleaned it out a little more and went through with my lawnmower. And I have this little cut trail through here. Okay, that tree laying across the path there, I mean, they do not like change, right? They don't like change. It's a fairly big tree too. And you know what? I cut around it with the lawnmower. I'm leaving this. A couple of days after the road, oh my goodness, and I got something else to show you. This was the first big tree right here. And it was laying pretty much where that one is. I took it and I rolled it into the trees, into the grass there. And they had cut this one. And it was back in the trees, and the Bigfoot moved it out and laid it in the lawn here. I rolled it back. And after I rolled it back, look at here. I got something to show you. Remember the river? Remember the river? Look at this. Look at this here. There's Sam. And I don't know what this, I'm not sure what this is. Why this clan is doing the same thing. Right? Roof is doing the exact same thing. It'd be interesting when I get up to 7 Creeks, and if I don't come on to another similar type situation. Yeah, I don't know. What are they doing? What are they doing here? Okay, so the tree that they put all these sticks on, leaned up these little sticks here, I had moved into the grass because it was laying out where that one is laying, right? So it was all cleaned up. I pushed it into the grass, and then since Sam and I were last here, I come out I'm driving over here with my lawnmower, and here we have another tree. We're gonna go to the butt end here. I'm gonna show you something. This one is not cut, right? This one was broke, but if we go behind it, there is nowhere back here that is showing us that it broke off, right? They moved it, they hauled this tree out, and I had to zoom in there for a second. I thought I seen some movement back there. We're headed, we'll go down the eastern side of this road allowance, the eastern side of this tree line. I need to show you, there's something back there. I see it moving. Where'd you go now? Where are you? I lost it now. Okay. All right, so anyway, I wanted to bring you back here, and there's nowhere, I can't find where this tree came from. And it was broken off at the bottom, pushed over. It may have been the wind, but not here. They would have moved it here, hauled it here, because I can't find the base, the root, the trunk of that tree that's laying here. Yeah, and it just showed up. It just showed up. Oh. Yeah. It is it's a pretty big tree, and I'm still under the impression that they don't like this little, they don't like that little cut through right there, that little trail. This is now the second tree they laid here, and then they come and lay these little sticks here, right? Yeah, I don't know yet. That's interesting. I just noticed that wasn't there. I don't think it was there the last time we were here. leaned up against that. A Y stick. 3 times now we're finding the Y stick leaned up. You know what? They just amaze me. They amaze me. I learn something new all the time. Okay, we're not going to. What do you smell, Sam? Oh, he's sniffing air. You got a scent of something. What do you smell? What is it? Bigfoot? I think so. And he hears something too. Okay. Alright. Let's go for a little walk, Sam. Alright, come on. Hey. That sounds like a dog. Maybe that's what Sam heard. Maybe. See, that wasn't a dog. I hear a dog off in the distance, but I just heard a grunt. Possibly. Okay. Oh. Alright. I have to apologize for my shaky camera work. In my last video, you know, somebody said, "Oh, you got to get a gimbal. You need a gimbal." I had to. They couldn't watch it on the large screen because it was too shaky. I've got a heavier type of camera, the JVC, right? And those little gimbals that people were talking about. That one of the comments, somebody mentioned a gimbal, right? And for this, I need a very expensive gimbal. If I use a cell phone, we're not going to get the audio or the quality of video, right? And I don't think that's a good thing. It's too pixelated, everything's too blurry. Money, right? It all costs money. You know, I should mention too, I rarely ask, I rarely bring it up, but I do have a membership, right? I do have a membership. It's in the link in every one of my videos. In the video description, there's always a link to my membership. I actually hope more will join that membership. It helps me, right? You know, I've got over 13,000 subscribers, and I maybe have, I don't even think I'm close to 100 out of 13,000. It's like $2, $3 a month. But if there were more members, and there was more of an income coming in a month, I could put that towards like new equipment, gimbals, what have you, right? But where I sit, I'm barely making it, right? This isn't free. Pretty much free for everybody to watch. It's not free. It's not cheap to do what I do, and I think this is very important. I sacrifice a lot to do this, right? But yeah, so if more could come on board with the membership, right? That would help me out like you wouldn't believe. It makes it easier for me. Yeah, I'm hearing movement now behind me. Yep, for sure. Okay, anyway, I don't want to, like I say, I rarely mention it. A lot of people don't like that. I've had people get angry, and I'm not here always all the time asking for money, right? That's not who I am. And even the little amount that I do, I still have people attack me for it. And what you got to realize, those people, I don't know what it is, why it bothers them, but this isn't free, right? What I'm doing here is not free. It costs money to do, for me to do what I'm doing and bring you, show you the story, take you on this journey, right? And you guys are all coming with me. And like I say, it's not free. It costs me money and time, blood, sweat, and tears, right? Not on top of that, you're dealing with all the harassment and the attacks, and you know, people attacking me because of what I'm doing. I put up with it for all of you, right? So it's got to be worth something. It's got to be worth something. But anyway, like I say, I don't bring it up that often. I don't talk about it that often. But it is important. I got lens flares happening. I think we stumbled onto something with the lens flares. It seems like it has something to do with that refraction within the camera and the camera lens. But it brings out stuff that, there's some things that I found within my footage when this has taken place. Unbelievable, like crazy stuff, and undeniable. You can't, once you see it, you can't not see these things, right? And it is almost like whatever's happening in that camera is allowing us to see some interesting things. I'm doing this on purpose here, and hopefully I don't spill my coffee next to my foot a little bit. Okay, I would say somebody's here. Okay, we're gonna go in a little way. I want to show you something I found that I noticed. This is that great big stump here, right here. I haven't did any calls or whistles or anything. I thought we'll just come back, and once I get back in here, I will do a couple of calls. I'm trying to balance on this. Okay, that's here, and of course to my left here is this amazing break. I'm going to show you how tall that is. Okay, you know what? Let's just listen here for a minute. Sam won't come in. He won't. I'm pretty sure I could smell him when he picked up scent. Just about 10 minutes ago, he picked up scent, and I could. For me, it was a little bit subtle, but for him, it would be. He's got the dogs, canines. They have good noses, right? It's all. Hello? Anybody with us? Anybody with us today? Yes, Sam won't. He won't come in. Anyway, yeah. So Seven Creeks is my next stop. I wanted to come back here and show you that. That all just showed up within over one night. Like, I had went to the local store, come home the one day, and none of that was over there laying in the lawn, laying in the grass over there in my lawn. And I do think it might have to do with that little cut trail. It's almost like they're going to block it off, right? I'm just going to leave that there, and we'll see. They may start adding to it, just like the sticks that they have laying there on the other one that I rolled into the trees. I wonder if they were saying, I don't know. I don't yet understand what those little sticks are there, why they showed up at the river, and then I get back home from the river and here they are. This clan is doing the same thing. A lot taking place, and a lot of things they do, and you don't want to read too much into it, but then you don't want to read enough into it, right? Because they are trying to tell me something. They're always teaching me something. Sometimes we're not that smart, right? Or sometimes we overthink things and put more into it, and maybe just something very simple. A simple Hello? I don't know. It almost sounded like it was coming from the ground. Coming up from the ground. Um, yeah. So sometimes we overthink things, and then sometimes we don't put enough thought into it, or you don't give them enough credit for the intelligence, right? A lot of people don't understand their intelligence. It's far beyond ours. But it's at a different level, right? It's different. But you got to be experiencing it. You got to be like hands-on experiencing it. Yeah, there is something. There is something. Because Sammy's not in. I still see him laying out in the grass over by the road. He won't come in. That plant, there's a plant right here, just will start moving. Somebody here with me? Remember the glasses, right? Like even that, us being able to see them in my reflection in my glasses. There's still a lot of people that won't just refuse to believe it. They will not. And yet I can show the video, the actual video of it taking place, and then show the stills, and they still don't, they just don't want to go there. They're like a bear or a grizzly, right? They're not what a lot of people think. And we're learning this, right? Well, I'm able to show you this and document this stuff here, like here at the farm. I don't always have I would have to have a camera going 24/7 for me to explain or show everything that we experience here. And it's every day, or every other day, or 2-3 times in the week, doing stuff. Or they're vocalizing, or they're talking. Sometimes they're having their own conversations south of my house in the southern tree line, where that Bigfoot mint patch is. I hear them talking. It sounds guttural and like Japanese samurai type guttural talking, and then it'll get loud and softer and louder and crazy loud, and then sometimes it's almost like you could make out words, but you can't. But I really do believe, though, at this point, that all the clans that are getting on, they understand that camera. Because as soon as before I turn them on or when I turn them off, there's more activity. I've had ones shake trees back there, and my camera just went right into the red. Some of the stuff they're doing because it's just myself and them. Right? It's them and myself. It's a thing between us. And I think a lot of those things I'll never be able to record, right? But I'll tell you, I'll tell you about it. There are times where it's just like now, I'll come back to the trees, sometimes with my flute, or just sit and listen, and outside my house, 2 or 3 in the morning, in the dark, and listen to them, right? I don't even consider bringing out a microphone or a parabolic mic or a camera to record this stuff, because it's something. Not everything is going to be captured, right? Like I say, some of these events, some of these experiences are just between their mine and mine alone. But I will tell you about it, right? I will share it. Okay. We're in the North-Pasture, and it's very, very quiet, and Sammy left me. I watch him. When we're at home, on the farm, I watch him, and my battery just drains so quick. FYI, I did order a second battery, like a bigger battery, like the one I have in my JVC. So I'll have two fully charged. For when we go. I do have my Canon camera as well. I'll have that charged up, so I'll have more than enough battery time, right? When we go out and about. Nothing on the trailer. I almost had a trailer, and it was a little 14-footer. It was a nice little trailer. It was in good condition. And this woman, and I found out later that I knew her. We knew each other. Her grandmother and my mother were best friends way back in the day, and she had put that up in the morning. By the time I got a hold of it and got a hold of her, she sold it. She had sold it. Somebody grabbed that right away, and it was perfect. But obviously it wasn't supposed to be. But she did say if I would have gotten a hold of her the day before, hi, I see you. So the squirrel, she'd come right here. Yeah, I hear something. Anyway, if I had gotten a hold of her before I did, she said she would have sold it to me because we knew each other and our families knew each other, and there was quite a bit of history there, right? So that didn't happen, but I was that close, that close. Well, it wasn't meant to be, right? Maybe there's something better coming ahead of us. I'm not touching that money, just in case everybody's wondering. That money is sitting in the bank, and it's all for that trailer. And if I can get it for less than 5, which I'm hoping I can, whatever trailer it is that I get, I'm hoping there's enough money in there too that, like, in case I need a new tire or new tires, or I have to fix something in that camper, that money's there, right? So, but anyway, I'm doing a lot of talking here. I want to sit here in the North-Pasture, and a lot of times when I talk, they listen. They're quiet, right? They'll listen. I'm going to turn the camera before my camera dies. It's right down into the red. That happened so quick. I'm going to do a couple whistles, and then we'll close it up here. Stay tuned. I'm going to put this little bit of video while I'm talking here. It was day before yesterday, Sam and I were going to come do this same thing. And oh my goodness, a storm blew in. And this is what I was able to capture on my camera. I took a little bit of video of this. You can see this here. And it was turning. And it did, at one point, almost look like it was going to form a tornado. And we kind of got the outside of it because we had the hail, and that rain was coming down in sheets. Like, it was just one of the outbuildings that I have here on the property. He's got a hole dug underneath there. Like, there's kind of a crawl space underneath, but he can get in there. And that's where he goes. He'll stay in there as long as that storm, all the rumbling and the lightning and the thunder and the rain and what have you, he won't come out until that storm is gone. It's just that insecurity. He's a rescue pup, right? He's a rescue dog. For those that have been here for a while, you guys know the stories and the story of Sam. So when I got him, and I've had him for about 10 years, so I'm pretty sure he's about 11 years old. And I just could have swore I heard behind me. Yeah. Okay, anyway, could have swore I heard behind me. Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that was the storm we had, and Sam and I couldn't do this, right? And we had to wait till things dried up, and today was a good day. The sky evened out, all those thunderheads are gone, and it cooled off a little bit, so we got some really good weather now and ahead of us. So Seven Creeks is coming to you, so everybody stay tuned. Thank you for the ones that are actually on the membership and have stayed there and have been there supporting me from the very beginning, right? I have some pretty amazing subscribers, and if there's anybody else that wants to come on board, there, like I say, there's about 3 or 4 different links there, but the membership link is always in my video description. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm going to turn the camera, and I'm going to do a couple whistles and just see if we don't get an answer. It's very quiet. The air is very still back here today. Okay, while I still have a little bit of time. Anyway, if it shuts off before I get there, or while I'm making the whistles, everybody take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the trees. Seven Creeks, stay tuned. Sam, hang on.